Welcome, respected co-sadhakas friends. Good it is that we are here every day, making a good habit, practice of touching the Shastras, thereby touching the self, thereby touching our goal every day. It's a very good beginning, but not the end. End is only when we reach to our destination, our goal, our self actualization and the liberation from all the not self. Salutations to you, gratitudes to you. Most importantly, the congratulations to you for being able to do so. Yes, definitely, it is today's our efforts. Along with it, definitely lots of punya we have brought from the past and the Ishvara Guru Krupa. Otherwise, the power of prarabdhas and vasanas will not allow us to be so consistent in this first step of spiritual sadhana called as Nirantara Shravanam. Acknowledge it and know the importance of it. Then keep on that way, being in touch with the divine all the time, with the reason and sankalpa that we should continue to be in this path all the time. That all the maturities required to be known to manage ourselves to walk on the path come to us by the grace of divine as well as our efforts also. Prayers are extended. Now, what are our 13 Vyaktitvas? Lokasevaka, Dharmasthabaka, Viragi, Bhakta, Shishya, Mumukshu, Jignasu, Shrota, Sadhaka, Parishrami, Prerita, Prashanta, Samskrita Bhasha Jnata. 6 sources of blessings: Parabrahma Tattva, Ishvara Tattva, Jaganmata Tattva. In fact, our Upanishad now we are discussing about this only. Devatma Shakti. Then the Devata Ganas, her own expressions. Guru Ganas, also her own expressions. Then the Shruti Gana. सारे देवात्मा शक्ति के ही व्यक्तीकरण है. But we need the guidance of all of them, help of all of them. Focus on that. As is said yesterday in Yoga Vasishta Maharamayana, with the Abhyasa, we can make every doing possible and every success possible. What an important discussion Sri Vasishta ji is doing, putting in front of us. Yesterday, day before yesterday, the 2 days shlokas were of utmost important, telling exactly us what's our role in our own evolution, thereby helping in the evolution of the entire universe. What exactly we have to, we can do, Krishna. So take the help of all this, keep moving ahead. Third mantra of the first adhyaya, Shwethashwathara Upanishad, Te Dhyana Yoganugataha, is under discussion. It shows that by being a Brahmavadin, we can become Dhyana Yoga Anugata, or the one who has reached up to Dhyana Yogya alone is the Brahmavadi, means a spiritual seeker. a scriptural student. Then only the whole Jagat, its Karana, and even beyond. First intellectually understood, then again, after this big padav of intellectual conviction, the next second padav of actual practical sadhana, in which again lot of steps are there, stations are there, floors are there. We have to keep on crossing. And then when all that to be done is fulfilled, here we go, we see the result. See the entire goal and path. Every day we have to remember that whatever the rung of the ladder of sadhana we may be, याद करते ही रहना हर दिन लक्ष्य और मार्ग और हम कहाँ हैं अब क्या कर रहे हैं क्या करना in this way. So these are not just mere waste studies having nothing to do with us. They are the actual studies related to mainly us. The Anatma Vidyas we consider to be very valuable, important, and we really gain them. And we really practice them also and continue to suffer a Anatma Jiva or Deha. Very funny. The Atma Vidya, Atma Sadhana, Atma Anubhuti are the givers of moksha, but somehow it appears not to be important. Very interesting, no? As much the bhoga appears to be important, the yoga does not appear. These are the shackles we have to break. This is where we go wrong in our understanding and approach to the life. We must know it. The human being's job is using that buddhi and knowing this only. Where we go wrong, that diagnosis. Then only what is right we can know, then we do it. Shastras help us when we are very consistent in making our buddhi subtle, in making us understand these to be understandable important aspects. Where exactly I am going wrong, what exactly the right thing to be done. You know. And another thing is, though we are human being, roof and crown of creation, even human lakshanas are only 3, 4, 5% in us. 95 only the Pashu. After evolving to a full-fledged human man, man, that we can think about, understand about, practice about the higher spiritual evolutions. All these understandings we have to have. Shastra Nirantara Adhyayana Shravana keeps on empowering us in this very required knowledge. इसलिए छोड़ना है नहीं शास्त्र को शास्त्र के द्वारा द लक्ष्य मार्ग and with the shastra help only where do we stand what to do these clarities again the same point if this clarity is one thing then abiding in that clarity being practical in that clarity wherein we have to combat fight with so many of our own self-pampered terrorists like inner and outer enemies of bad habits. Mm. Like the countries like Pakistan, Bangladesh, and even Britain, they just pampered the terrorism. That mind is so terrible, is destroying them only, their own country, and also the other world, part of the world. Self created the thought of terrorism in a mass scale when it is instilled by the very terrible demonic people, so called as leaders. leads to what an amount of calamity, what an amount of destruction you see. The whole universe is in the grip of the fear. All the world, the globe, total level, what a terrible thing. So to at individual level also, we have created so many terrorizing inner and outer habits. Defeating all of them, then are able to do sadhana as per the intellectual conviction gained through the study of Shastras. Wow. But all said and done, when we take it as an ambition, a vision, a goal, a challenge, then no matter how much we succeed or not, but we will be on the job, on the path, keep on moving. That's the first thing in outer and inner life. Somehow gain that positive inspiration to keep on moving. Charaiveti, charaiveti. In that, keep on moving only, there is success. So, Upanishad Shastras teach us all these things. So, there's no way then this Shastra Shravana Dhyana to empower our intellect in its wisdom, required wisdom, knowledge. That's why we are here, seated whole day. We try to touch one or the other Shastra. And it's a very small effort, mind you. This is only a beginning. We are not doing anything great, glorious. If at all, we are doing so much of transformation, change would have happened in us. क्या फर्क पड़ा नहीं पड़ा मतलब उतना नहीं किया बट शुरू कर रहे so be humble and what more what else in that quest knowing what to be done keep on doing it till we are on this surface of the earth in this sharir then again next life then again next then again oh, it takes eons for the intellect of human to evolve the practice of the human to evolve then the experience of the human to evolve from the lower to the higher. Eons it takes. In that big period of time, our number of lives compared, one life of 70, 80, 90 years, seeing from spiritual evolution standpoint, is very small, minute, बहुत छोटा. We should know it, keep in mind, but keep on again, optimistically, positively working because the Shastras inspire us. They create that optimism in us because they are the Mahatmas who have reached it. वो they never said, यार हमने कोशिश किया हमें नहीं मिला तुम भी करके देखो शायद हो सकता No, they said we have reached it. They have proclaimed at the pitch of the voice. So that's an inspiration to us. So keeping all this information in mind, we go on struggling, working hard. Every moment we have to mind as well as the big period of thousands of years we have to mind, which requires further evolution. Because of so many negative forces, इतना अब क्या बड़ा चक्कर है वो बोलने से फिर वो घबराएंगे नेवर माइंड जितना जान रहे उतना करो जितना हो सके उतने जानते जाओ बस we have to do so. So the third mantra, the Devatma Shakti is the subject. We have to consciously try to study as said by Bhagavan Sri Adi Shankara in the Bhashyam. करेंगे before that our sankalpa prarthana before that for some time as every day some common sense thought. Today's common sense thought is more questions than any discussion or explanation. Think about it. Hmm. What we have to think about it is key how to put it. Let us say the abilities, let us say the capacities the powers, the energies, the talents of our equipments as well as our outer and inner resources. Now the question is how much we are unusing them, called not using them, how much we are misusing them, how much we are abusing them. This is the question. Say personal question, internal for everyone. Using की बात तो दूर है, but the other three things, everything we have to question, like the money. Let us start grossly. Unused money कितना पड़ा है हमारे पास? How much money we have misused? Think about it. And so much money abused also. All goes accounted. Huh? So too our own relatives, whether wife or husband or children, etc. How much they can be used but not used? How much unused, misused, second one. How much of the abusing we are doing? So too all our, wherever we are in the outer world, what a beautiful occasion is given. Like in the totality Drushti say, the nature, its resources. Unused is okay, that is better. But then misused and then abused. An intelligent human being, you should think. In the past, the vision of the rishis, intellect was so evolved that whatever is required, they used to use it pakka. Other than that, they were so conscious and careful, respectful, reverential towards everything, because their drishti is everything is divine. There were even an idea, a thought also of misusing something, abusing something, even inadvertently also was never happening in them. And today, in the name of science or technology, the whole humanity is blocked in its one aspect of intellect as to what we are doing is right or not. Is it leading to the misusing and abusing? For example, all the resources that हम इतना उनको misuse abuse consume कर रहे that for the future generation we are living only the empty things. Nowadays somebody started thinking. Otherwise, maximum strata, the whole human consciousness misguided today by itself only in misusing and abusing. We have to become aware. We cannot afford to do. Unusing, in the sense, what we mean by is being lazy, not aware, not knowing its glories. Therefore, we don't use them. Misuse is using for the bhoga. Anything misused, anything used for the bhoga is misused. And what is abuse? Misusing all of them for the adharma and papa, knowingly or unknowingly, in which evolution is disturbed by our various activities. That's called the abusing of the resources. Non-recognition of its glory and not using is unusing. Using for the bhoga is called as a misuse of the things because they are not for that. Especially for the human janma itself is not for the bhoga. It is for the yoga. If that is not known, then we become bhogi, then misuse only. And in that, in trying to go for this bhoga, when all the rules, regulations are absolutely uncared, The restrictions and limitations are never concerned, never worried about. When we become licentious, become cause of individual and total destruction. So abusing, which is very calamitous, which is very sensitive issue. Like in our country, in the parliament, in the opposition party, how much they are abusing the power of being in the opposition in trying to dismantle, disrupt, trouble the entire country and its peace. Somebody compares India with Bangladesh. Somebody talks about some other nonsense, other nonsense. So, what a peaceful, beautiful country going on. They are not happy with it. They are the internal, terrible enemies more than the external. Each one's sentences, when you listen, how much of the poison is there in them? Hatred is there in them for India, that they want the nation to get completely destroyed. You saw the yesterday, day before, those three MPs, what they were nonsense talking. Observed how much poison in that. That power of being opposition party leader and all, abusing that. If we are not aware of it, terrible हो जाता है हमारा. Once our country goes out of control, like this Bangladesh and Pakistan and all, Sri Lanka, calamity only, Baba. But there are the powers which are trying to disrupt the rhythm of the nation, its systematic growth. Mhm. So, we talked about the outer resources. Now, mind all these things. Carefully think, contemplate, Sharira, all the four aspects: using, not using, abusing, misusing. देखो इस तरह सोचने से दिमाग तेज होता है, तभी जाकर दिमाग में समझदारी आने लगती है. Then only we are human. Then avoiding the abusing, misusing and unusing, we start using it. That's evolution. That's what is expected out of us. That's what we are sent for. How much? So too my sense organs. How much mutilated they are, how much misused they are for the sake of bhoga, excessive. Today's world has become bhoga yukta. है ना, नो डिसिप्लिन, नो कंट्रोल, कोई पूछने वाला नहीं, कोई रोकने वाला नहीं, है ना. Earlier the parents used to put some restrictions. Now parents themselves are bhogi and they are pampering or promoting that bhoga in the children. Everything, whether it's eatable bhoga or आंखों से देखने वाला भोगा, कान का भोगा कहो, these are all indriyas. They are being misused. They are not for that. If that's the way the children are trained, how can the Nachiketas, the Prahladas come out of them? Who says our faculties are only for Paramatma and not for anything else? कहाँ मौका हम दे रहे बच्चों को ग्रो करने को, खुद भी हम कहाँ अपने आप का मदद कर रहे. Even though academically, scientifically we are growing, we are gaining the knowledges of how to operate all the electronic gadgets, etc. But as regards our own faculties and life is concerned, we are not even aware that they are being misused. And anything, everything misused is to be accounted, please. And what to talk about the abusing of them? Using for the adharma and papa. In a dharmic way, using them for the bhoga, itself it is misusing. Then what to talk about the amount of the adharma and dushtasara and papachara we are doing under the influence of those vasanas or desires, etc. No inner and outer restriction. है ना? Then more to talk about is the mind. कितना इस मन में काम भोग विचार से मिसयूज हो रहा है मन का शक्ति. And also दूसरों को नष्ट करने वाला विचारों से अब्यूज हो रहा है. Any thought of destruction is abusing anybody. If somebody is disturbance to the totality, then we must pray. Then only the Lord will take care to eliminate those negative. Like never Narayana Bhagwan himself came to remove the Dushta Rakshasas. He came only after all the Devata, Rishigana, Bhumata, Brahmadeva, they went and prayed to him. Then only he will come. Otherwise, तुम लोगों को जरूरत नहीं, मेरे को क्या पड़ी? He will not come. That way, for the elimination of the really destructive forces, we must pray. The Lord must come in every and any form, and they should be eliminated. It is a compulsory, necessary duty. Apart from that, for any other vengeance or hatred or our own selfishness, thinking about destruction of someone is the abuse of the mind and intellect. निरंतर हमारा हर पल समय भी ऐसा ही मिसयूज और अब्यूज हो रहा है. देह, इंद्रिय, प्राण, मन, बुद्धि, all of that misuse हो रहा है. Total the human life itself. So precious, so valuable. Should we not be aware of it? Should we not be told about it? Should we not tell it? And भैया ये सारा बहुत कीमती है. इसको अब्यूज मिसयूज करो मत करो. And don't use it. Use it properly. And the other things of the Shastras, है ना, अब्यूज मिसयूज तो करते नहीं, लेकिन यूज भी नहीं करते. Then the presence of the great, glorious rishis, munis, saints, eternally they are there. The Atri, Bhrigu, Vasishtadi, Maharishis, they are one with the reality. Reality is eternal. They are there. But how many of us are aware of them, their presence, and how to contact them and make use of their presence in our life for our evolution? कोई बुलाते नहीं या पुकारते नहीं. Not using. Thank God we can't abuse or misuse them. We can abuse, misuse the Shastras because by devil quoting scriptures की तरह. गुरुओं का थोड़ा हम abuse कर misuse कर सकते हैं when the knowledge or Shakti given by him, if you don't use it for sadhana, for something else, if you, but उसका भी use करना है. Then the Lord himself, every Devata Gana, the Ishwara Bhagavan is very much there. And there we abuse their given powers. जो अभी तक बताए, all of them are given by them only. Not use, abuse or misuse. What a funny creature we are. What is the right use? That's what Shastras say. Only two things, Sadharmanushtana, Atma Prapti. In that Atma Prapti, the variety of yoga sadhanas, variety of values. For that, when used, then only the correct use of our entire life with all its components of Sharira, Indriya, Prana, Mana, Buddhi. है ना. जैसे बाहर के रिसोर्स कॉल्ड एज मनी, यू हैव टू बी केयरफुल ऑफ नॉट मिसयूजिंग और अब्यूजिंग, क्योंकि फिर वो कमाने पे मिलता नहीं, उस समय मुश्किल होता है. Therefore, there is some intelligent people, not miser, but they know how to spend money. That's why they never are in poverty or lack of money. Others, some of them, lot of money they earn, but no accountability, spend thrifts. Therefore, always they are in debts in spite of incomes. In tension about the money. The so-called card habituated stupid fools. सैलरी आए नहीं, ऑलरेडी खर्च कर दिया मनी के विषय में. इन द सेम वे द लाइफ, so precious it is. Let my not faculties not be misused. उसका भी अब्यूज, उसका भी वहाँ हिसाब चुकाना पड़ता है. अनयूज्ड में ले हमसे वापस ले लेते बिकॉज यू आर नॉट यूजिंग इट. बट मिसयूज अब्यूज में यू हैव टू go through all punishments and sufferings. That is what is called hell and all. नरक आदि. So शक्तियों का दुरुपयोग is the subject today. निरुपयोग, दुरुपयोग और दुष्ट उपयोग. थोड़ा सोचना, समय का भी सोचना है ना. एवरी डे mind is such a beautiful thing, such great sankalpas it can have, some wonderful visions it can have, such wonderful bhavanas it can have. It is a use, beautiful. Remember Ganapati Bhagavan, then our devotional feeling towards him. He is there, given his own role to do in this world in general, in the management of totality, in particular to cater to any individual bhakta's requirements. He is there like that, like the father in home. He does in general management of family, particularly anybody wants daughter or son or wife, something extra or special, he is there ready to help. In that way are every of the devatas. They are there for the total management under the guidance of the Lord. A part of it is what? They are ready, accessible for us to help us when we call them. Then why can't we have that bhavana of Ganapati? Chant is mantra. Ganamadya dharva muradhara stitosi nityam tvam shakti trayatmakaha tvam yogino dhyayanti nityam tvam brahma tvam vishnu tvam. While chanting it, recognizing the value and importance of him and telling him, requesting, "Oh Lord, help me to rise above the Sharira Tadatmya, the Mooladhara Sthiti." तो ही विल स्टार्ट वर्किंग, है ना. जब पिताजी को पूछते हैं बच्चे, देन बेटा 10 दिन रुको बेटा, टाइम लगता है, मैं करता हूँ. अब बता ही नहीं उनको, हाउ विल यू नो आवर रिक्वायरमेंट्स. सो टू इफ यू डोंट आस्क मदर सरस्वती, आई वांट द ज्ञानम, शास्त्र ज्ञान, why will she cater? She is in general is there, but particularly मन के भावना शक्ति से if you pray to her, she says okay, I am trying. Then in few months, years of time, the Shastra Jnana we start truly understanding. अभी तो हम सुन रहे हैं, सोच नहीं रहे, समझ नहीं रहे. उनकी कृपा जो हो जाती है, सोचने लगते. When we start सोचना, we get understanding. Then we know what we are going through is such a beautiful subject. This is practical. This is to be done. Those inspirations will come only after the jnana of the Shastra clicks to us. If you are not doing sadhana, अभी ज्ञान click नहीं हुआ, तो Mother Saraswati's blessing is not there. So to Mahalakshmi Mata, everything, the Arogya Devatas, the Bhavana Devatas, all of them, मन के भावना से how much we can devote to them, like that. Intellect also. Right use of intellect. What is the position of the whole cosmos now, universe, whole nation, in the materialistic way and also in the spiritual way? What can be done? We can, through our intellectual understanding, at least spend the positive vibes in the world. That's why I do Sankalpa every day. Purpose of doing Sankalpa for 6 times every day is this. It may consume 3 or 4 minutes, but the need of the hour, the whole totality is in thirst, want of positive Sankalpas, noble Sankalpas, spiritual Sankalpa. It is very powerful, the negative is so much. है ना. जैसे स्थूल जगत हम देखते हैं ना, that the sound pollution, traffic pollution, deforestation, then the plastic pollution, ये सारा हमको दिख रहा है. Same way that ethereal pollution होता है, subtle pollution, that has to be avoided. What is the way? base sankalpa, vibration. The world should know spirituality. The world should work for spiritual evolution. In that only there is real growth. Let every individual and every total be in that direction. ऐसा नहीं करे तो now see that scene of Bangladesh and all. The entire mass of the youth are being in a disturbed mindset. Such a calamity they are doing. That potentiality of destruction as well as construction is there in every being. What is invoked by the total, that comes into manifestation. We have to become aware of it. I'm just telling, intellectual correct usage, mind's correct usage, senses correct usage, sharira correct usage, the kala correct usage, entire manushya jivana using for the highest purpose. These are the things we have to think about, work upon. So too the outer resources of the friends, relatives, the weather, the prakriti, all of that. Then the higher resources of the Shastras, the Gurus, the Paramatma. Abuse, misuse, mat karna baba. ये important. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Om Sarishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhya. Om Yairime Guruvehi Purvam Badavakya Pramanadaha Vyakhyatāh Sarva Vedantāh Tān Nityam Pranadosmyam. Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashyakruta Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah. Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Vishaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpada Shankaram Loka Shankaram. Om Vididakila Shastra Sudha Jaladhe Mahito Upanishad Kathitartha Nidhe Hrudaye Kalaye Vimalam Charanam Bhava Shankara Deshikame Sharanam. Om Brahmanandam Paramazugadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadusham Tattvamasya Laksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadesakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tannamami Parabrahmane Shruti MAATRE Samasta Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidyacharya ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधेन कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः सांप्रदायानां मोक्षमार्गाणां ज्ञान भक्ति योगादि प्रक्रियाणां गुरु शिष्य भक्त भगवत परंपरादीनां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् सनातन धर्म संस्थापना कार्ये कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं स सर्वेषां महानुभावानां ऋषीणां मुनीनां गुरूणां भक्त शिष्य साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु श्रोतॄणाम् आश्रमाणां संस्थानां पूर्णायुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेम स्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूलता साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रु विघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्री राम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यक्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालयादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञयाग साधना सेवादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर समस्त शत्रूणां शाश्वत रूपेण समूल निर्मूलनार्थं च विश्वे भारतवर्षे सनातन धर्मस्य संपूर्ण सम्यक प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थं च विश्वे मोक्षधर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा द्वारा विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थं च अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आदिशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सर्वेषां साधकानां हृदये परब्रह्म भक्ति भगवद भक्ति गुरुदेवता भक्ति शास्त्र सत्संग साधना भक्ति देश धर्म भक्ति सेवा इत्यादि भक्ति द्वारा जन्म साफल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ओम नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्. अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः शान्तिमन्त्रः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। पारायणं फ्रम् 11 to 16। ज्ञात्वा देवं सर्वपाशापहानिः क्षीणैः क्लेशैर्जन्म मृत्युप्रहाणिः तस्याभिध्यानात् तृतीयं देहभेदे विश्वैश्वर्यं केवल आप्तकामः एतद् ज्ञेयं नित्यमेवात्मसंस्थं नातः परं वेदितव्यं हि किञ्चिद् भोक्ता भोग्यं प्रेरितारं च मत्वा सर्वं प्रोक्तं त्रिविधं ब्रह्ममेतत् वह्नेर्यथा योनिगतस्य मूर्तिः न दृश्यते नैव च लिङ्गनाशः स भूय एवेन्दनयोनिगृह्यः तद्वोभयं वै प्रणवेन देहे स्वदेहमरणिं कृत्वा प्रणवं चोत्तरारणिं ध्याननिर्मतनाभ्यासात् देवं पश्येन्निगूढवद् तिलेषु तैलं दधिनीव सर्पिः आपः स्रोतः स्वर्णीषु चाग्निः एवमात्मात्मनिगृह्यतेऽसौ सत्येनैनं तपसा योऽनुपश्यति सर्वव्यापिनमीशानं क्षीरे सर्पिरिवार्पितम् आत्मविद्यातपोमूलं तद्ब्रह्मोपनिषत्परम्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ ब्रह्मादेवानां प्रथमः सम्बभूव। ॐ ब्रह्मवादिनो वदन्ति किं कारणं ब्रह्म कुतः स्म जाताः जीवामकेन क्व च सम्प्रतिष्ठाः अधिष्ठिता केन सुखेतरेषु वर्तामहे ब्रह्मविदो व्यवस्थां कालस्वभावो नियतिर्यदृच्छा भूतानि योनिः पुरुष इति चिन्त्या संयोग येषां नत्वात्मभावात् आत्माप्यनीशः सुखदुःखहेतोः ते ध्यानयोगानुगता अपश्यन् देवात्मशक्तिं स्वगुणैर्निगूढां यः कारणानि निखिलानि तानि कालात्मयुक्तान्यधितिष्ठत्येकः। Friends, in our effort of studying this third mantra, we have seen what is the meaning of Dhyana Yoga. In the Dhyana Yoga, they have seen what they have seen, the Devatma Shakti. That discussion is going on. In the process of explaining this mantra, Bhagavan's Bhashya was first again he reiterated the questions. In re-mentioning, forming the questions, he at this time gave importance to the Brahma Vastu in asking whether it is the Karana or not. If Karana, what type of Karana, and what is its Swarupa. So total Drishti is focused on Brahma. Both. Question remains same. The first question, what is Jagat Karana? It's not missed. It is kept intact. But they brought the Brahma element to know whether what way it is the cause. Because they are all Brahmavadina. They have heard somewhere about the Brahma Vastu, but never gave value or importance because they were busy in their own vyapara, in their own variety of other indulgences. Now they are serious. Okay, all the questions are put in front. Now, then what Bhagavan Adi Shankara did is very beautiful explanation. Ki, first of all, Swayam by itself, Parabrahma Tattva is such a जरा हटके वाला वस्तु है, experience है, कि it cannot be any of these things which you have said. See that intelligent way of explaining. कारण नहीं है, कारण नहीं है, ये भी नहीं है. दोनों भी नहीं है, दोनों नहीं है, ये भी नहीं है. Isn't it? Means what? It is in such a different height. It cannot be pulled into the level of these discussions. So too is neither nimitta nor upadana, nor both of them, nor none of them. Clear? What actually deeply conveyed through this is what? In the discussion of all these questions, the world still remains to be real because you're asking about it. And Brahman always will be away. That's why intelligently, by rejecting all these possibilities, one side is establishing Brahman to be beyond all that. Second, that thing in which all these are there, that is denied or devalued. This is a process of Vedanta. By all means, only we have to value the Brahman. By all means, we should devalue everything other than Brahman. Don't talk about it, don't question about it. But the moment you talk, everything appears to be real. Mhm. Then once it appears to be real, denying it, rejecting becomes difficult. Like in many cases, मौन रहो समस्याएं दूर हो जाती. बट पूरा मौन भी नहीं रहना, जमात करना करना है. So about the Jagat Mauna, but about Paramatma, we have to always aware of. Okay, then a very important discussion started where he says, in this Upanishad, though Swayam Rupena, Paramatma, Parabrahma is not the Karana of anything, but there is some Upadhi, because of whom Karanatva is imposed on him. Now that Upadhi is taken for explanation. What was the topic, if you remember? Samupadhi. Ki na swatah karanatvam upadanatvam nimittatvam cha. Neither upadana nor nimitta karana is Brahman by itself from its own standpoint for its jagat, for this jagat. But यद उपाधिकम अस्य कारणत्वादि. अरे इनको कारण जो कह रहा है एक उपाधि के कारण. that karana, that upadhi is tadeva karanam. Brahman is not karana, tadeva karanam. Then tadeva nimittam, tadeva prayojakam. तदेव कारणम. सो ब्रह्म को कारण ये बना रहा है, इसलिए ये कारण बना ब्रह्म कारण बनने के लिए. और तदेव निमित्तम, उसी ने उकसाया एज इफ. निमित्तम मीन्स तदेव प्रयोजकम, उन्होंने धक्का दे ही दिया बस. दैट पावर. दिस इज अ वेरी इंट्रिकेट सटल क्रूशियल थॉट, टफ टू कैच. तदेव कारणम, तदेव निमित्तम, तदेव प्रयोजकम. What? That upadhi. Of whom? Of that Parabrahma only. What is it doing? Making Parabrahma as if the Karana. But Swataha is not the Karana. So, Advitiyasya Paramatmana na Swataha Karanatvam Upadanatvam Nimiptatvam cha. Yad Upadikam asya Karanatvadi Tadeva Karanam Nimittam Upapadya Tadeva Prayojakam Nishkrushya Darshayat. The meaning of this shloka, especially the word Devatma Shakti, is this one. So, from the word itself, see the meaning? Deva, that is Brahman, is not the Swatak Karana. But there is a Shakti, which is his own Atma Shakti. Which is his own Atma Shakti. That's the meaning of the subsequent Bhashya, where that Shakti is said to be never independent and separate from him. Then at the higher level of sadhana, therefore, give value to the Deva and identify with him. Then you are freed from the effect of his Atma Shakti, in which the whole world is projected. You also take yourself to a part of it, suffer as a Jiva. दो ऑप्शंस. देव से तादात्म्य करो, नहीं किया तो उनके आत्मा शक्ति के चंगुल में चक्कर में आ जाओगे. You understood? Either identify the Deva or get lost in the Atma Shakti. We are now in the Atma Shakti. That's how all sufferings, samsara, go to Deva. When identify with him, none of these things, even iota will be there. Nahi hoga. Because he's never the Karana. You are identified with him and he's infinite, he's blissful. I'm just telling how Vedantic knowledge guides us as to what is the need of identifying with the Brahman, which is very sublime with us. We have to go beyond all the Upadhi Tadatmya. Okay, now he started telling Devatma Shaktim iti. What is the meaning of Devatma Shakti? First, Deva word is explained, then the Atma Shakti is explained. Both of us understand. Let us understand. Deva means what? Devasya Dyotanadi Yuktasya Mainaha Maheshwarasya Paramatmana. This Deva is explained in 5 words. First, Dyotan Adi Yuktasya. Dyotan Adi, Chaitanya, and Adi means Sat and Ananda. So, Sachidananda is that Deva. Second, Mayinaha. It is his Maya power. What is the Maya power? Works under his influence, doesn't influence him. Third one is, that's why Maha Ishwaras. Mayinaha, he has got Maya, infinite power, and with that power and on that power, he has got complete Ishwaratva, Pakad. That is called as Maha Ishwarasya. Dekho, the Mahesharatva of the Maheshwara with regard to Maya. Like you have a dog. You beat the dog or tie it with a rope or shout at it, Tommy, sit. Then it will sit. So you are the Ishvara of the dog now. But there can be a status and position where your presence only can make the dog keep quiet. You need not even look at or shout at it. There are not. Like there are some teachers in the school. Shout at the children. फिर भी देव चुप नहीं रहते. आधा टाइम उनका चुप बैठो में ही जाता है. Because somebody other. But there are some teachers. The moment they enter the class, the whole class is silent and stand still. Possibility है कि नहीं? Everywhere. ना गुरु शिष्य को इतना चिल्लाएगा सुनता नहीं, पर गुरु के प्रेजेंस में ही शिष्य शांत इन आश्रम में, इन ऑफिस और ऑफिस में. His presence is what? Everybody is quiet on their tables, desks working. Because they recognize the importance and value of that boss, that he is a giver of salary, he can promote, he can demote, he can remove us from the job. ये सब उनको पता है, इसलिए वो लोग बिना कोई कहे साइलेंटली. Same way, in the presence of the Deva, without his influence, Atma Shakti works. You need not prompt it or do anything. That's the example of Ayaskantam. The iron in its magnetic field, it is there. That's enough. The firings will be caught towards it, pulled towards it. Why this is explained? Like you and I struggle to quieten the children, the Paramatma need not struggle to operate the Maya. That's what Maya Adhyakshena Prakriti Suyate. My presidency. Like in the presidency of the president, the secretary conducts all the activities. इनको कार्यदर्शी कहते हैं. He sees to that the actions are done. President is seated, but he doesn't do anything. But his presence, like Indian government, president there, but the prime minister does. Every whole ministry works for him without him telling anything. Keep that thought in the mind. वो एक सटल है. नहीं तो आपको लगेगा यार इस माया शैतान को कंट्रोल करने में इनको कितना मेहनत कर लग रहा होगा, क्योंकि हमको अपने मन कंट्रोल करने में कितना टेंशन हो रहा है. अब छोड़ ही दे, जा तो क्या भटकना है. Is that with the Lord? Like in our example also, हम कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकते, तो जा तो भटक. But a yogi who has done sadhana, his mind is in his control. That's why the Lord is Mahayogeshwareshwara, called here as Maheshwara. So I'm just telling Devasya means Dyotanadi Yuktasya Mayinaha Maheshwarasya Paramaatmanaha. Of that Paramatma, Deva, what is explained now? His Atma Shakti. What is Atma Shakti? Atma Bhutam. उनकी ही आत्मा है वो, मतलब उस शक्ति का आत्मा भगवान ओनली. हाउ टू एक्सप्लेन इट सर? अस्वतंत्रम, which is neither separate from him nor independent of him. It cannot work independently. Like my speech cannot speak without me. It is aswatantra. And my speech's atma is me. Self of my speech is me, because without me, my speech cannot be. And it is never separate from me. It is never away from me. Aswatantra, it is not independent. मैं बैठा हूँ, अपने अभी मुंह मुंह बोल रहा है, तो दैट मे बी ए ड्रीम एटसेट्रा, बट अदरवाइज इट कैन नॉट. सो न सांख्य परिकल्पित प्रधानाधिपत पृथक भूताम स्वतंत्राम. नो, सांख्यों के समान पृथक और स्वतंत्र नहीं है हमारा वेदांत वाला आत्मशक्ति. तो वो अस्वतंत्र है और अपृथक है, नॉट अदर देन हिम नॉर इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ हिम. वेरी क्लियरली भगवान हियर सेज अद्वैत वेदांत का फाइनल ये है. तो व्हेन द सांख्यन्स टॉक अबाउट द माया टू बी स्वतंत्र पृथक भूता, it has its own level of benefit, but not the ultimate benefit. The ultimate is when totally the Maya is not at all there. What is there? Only Parabrahma, Ekameva. Krishna. Otherwise, Maya hai, Paramatma se alag. Immediately he has to use it. Then he creates the world. Then he only will have to come to maintain it. सारा झमेला शुरू होएगा उनको. दर्शयिष्यति च. It is told also in this very Upanishad, Mayam tu prakritim vidyat, Mayinam tu Maheshwaram. Prakriti is Maya, but it is not independent. There is Maheshwara who is a Mahi, to whom this Prakriti totally belongs. It can't take any independent decisions. Done? Next one. Tatha Brahme Esha Chaturvignashati Bheda Bhinna Maya Para Prakriti. This Maya, the Para Prakriti, having 24 amshas in it. Mula Tattvas. But second point is important. That is Tat Samutha. That has come from the Paramatma only. उन्हीं के अंदर का, उन्हीं के साथ रहने वाला शक्ति. Like yesterday, you are lucky, I am lucky. Yesterday or day before the creation's explanation started, what was said? In the beginning, none of the universe was there. Prakriti Purusha, both were in one avastha, where Prakriti was one with Purusha. Then when he became aware of it, immediately the whole three types of सृष्टि have come. तो शक्ति परमात्मा में अभिन्न रहती है, इतना याद रखो बस, इजी है. एट दैट टाइम परमात्मा अलोन इज देयर. देन व्हेन दैट परमात्मा में उनका शक्ति का प्राकट्य होता है, उन्हीं के संकल्प से फिर उसको यूज करने का मन होता है, तब जाकर थ्रू इस संकल्प द सृष्टि इज मैनिफेस्टेड. इन द रिमेनिंग ड्रामा यू ऑल नो, यू आर द एक्सपर्ट एक्टर इन दैट. ओके. तथा च मया अध्यक्षेण प्रकृति सूयते सचराचरम इति. All the things have to be understood. First, the world is not independent. It is an effect. Karya. Second, the karana of it is the Maya Prakriti. But Maya Prakriti cannot be independent of Paramatma. Same time, Paramatma is not the direct cause of the creation. All standpoints should be very clear for the intellectual understanding sake. As regard the goal is concerned, identify with that Paramatma. Then as he is with himself, and untouched and disturbed by his own Prakriti, with which whole creation dissolution may happen, our position also will be like that now. When we realize the Brahman, I am the Brahman. Ishvara is in that state only. The whole creation is from my own Prakriti, which has no purpose of losing or gaining. Maximum, it is only a play. When it is a play, it's not a samsara, in spite of everything happening. Srushti, Sthiti, Laya. In the Sthiti Kala, so many millions of things happen. All of them. Like in a movie, million things happen, but basically it's a projected thing. Therefore, it has no reality value. Only when something has reality value that we should be concerned. There's nothing reality value, therefore no concern. But it is seen. We go through it, we experience it. Like a jnani. He also has body pains, he also has fever, because there are upadhis. But he won't take them as his own. He is a ब्रह्मानुभूति. वो सबका वो दृष्टा होते हैं, अनुभोक्ता नहीं होते. The mind will experience pain, but he is not the mind. He is only साक्षी. इस तरह से आगे वाली बात अभी हमने थोड़ा कहा. After that we saw स्वगुणैर निगूढ़ा. This Shakti of Bhagavan is never seen. It is seen or inferred through the effects of that Shakti only. That is, its gunas, even gunas are not seeable. Only dravyatva, kriyatva, jnanatva. When you see the word, then we presume the tamo, rajo and sattva guna. And they are from the mula prakriti. This is the way intellect has to be satisfied. You can't ask, यार प्रकृति को सामने ले आके रख. तीन गुणों को सामने ले आकर रख नहीं होता. लाइक द बर्निंग पावर ऑफ द फायर सामने ले आके रखो. इट कैन नॉट बी ब्रॉट, बट यू कैन एक्सपीरियंस. अब उंगली लगाओ फिर पता चली जाता. यू कैन सी द बॉयल बट नॉट द बर्निंग पावर. पावर इज नॉट सीन, इट्स मैनिफेस्टेशंस आर सीन. लाइक यू कांट सी माय पावर ऑफ स्पीच. कहाँ दिखेगा? व्हेन इट्स मैनिफेस्ट एज स्पीकिंग, देन यू कैन लिसन एंड अंडरस्टैंड. शक्ति व्यक्तिकरण के समय दर्शन देती है, अपने आप में दर्शन नहीं. दैट इज वाई निगूढ़. तो स्वगुणैः प्रकृति कार्य भूतैः पृथिव्यादिभिः च निगूढ़. स्वगुण मीन्स प्रकृति कार्य भूत. व्हाट इज द प्रकृति कार्य? three gunas. And the three gunas only are expressing as prithvi adi. Behind that prithvi adi, which are the effect of this prakriti, that prakriti is niguda, is secretly hidden. You can't see it. Explanation is so beautiful. What is it? Karanakarasya abhibhutatvad karyat prutak swarupena upalabdhum ayogyam ityartha. The karana is always covered by the karya. Okay? Karya akarena karana akarasya abhibhutatvat. Karya akarena, by the form of the effect. Karana akara, the form of the cause. Abhibhutatvat, always is overpowered. Therefore, utatvat karyat pratak swarupena upalabdhum ayogam. Therefore, other than as karya, the cause of that karya as the karana, it is not traceable. Just like your example yesterday, drishti is on the karya, the chairs and tables and furniture. Therefore, the karana called as a wood is not quickly grasped by us, because हमारा दृष्टि उसी पे है, कार्य के ऊपर. That's why we write table and chair and furniture sale shop. We don't say कि wood selling shop, whereas the whole furniture is by karana wood only. ओके, इस तरह से हमको समझना है कि कार्य आकार से कारण आकार ढका जाता है. Therefore, the कारणत्व नहीं दिखता हमको. Therefore, don't expect the prakriti to reveal to us. No, उसके कारणों से, कार्यों से, effect से, we have to infer it. So this sorts out once for all the question that भगवान का शक्ति का कभी दर्शन नहीं होता. शक्ति का उपयोग जब होता है तब उसका अनुमान होता है. Like I spoke, it's an अनुमान कि आपने बोला, therefore you have a speaking power. बिकॉज नहीं है पावर तो आप बोल नहीं सकते. चल रहा हूं मैं, तो आई कांट शो यू द वॉकिंग पावर, बट व्हेन आई वॉक यू इन्फर या है पावर, इसलिए चल रहे इन दैट वे. नेक्स्ट, तथा च प्रकृति कार्यत्वम गुणानां दर्शयति. गुणास आर द इफेक्ट ऑफ प्रकृति करके गीता में क्लियरली बताया. सत्वम रजस्तमेति गुणाः प्रकृति ही संभवाः. अप टू दिस इज द डिस्कशन. देवात्म शक्तिम स्वगुणैर निगूढ़म ते ध्यान योगानुगता अपश्यन. अभी who is this devaha is being once more explained, because in the mantra yaha tishtati ekaha is said. yaha kalatmayuktani yak karanani nikilani tani kalatmayuktani adhitishtati ekaha. So that Purusha is explained for us. Purusha's standpoint. Yaha adhitishtati ekaha is the explanation about him. Shankara Bhagavan explains that one. What he says, Kaha asau devaha? Who is that deva, the Dyotanavan, the Mai, the Parameshwara, the Paramatma? Yasya, of whom iyam, this Vishwajanani Shakti Abhyugamyate. This Shakti, which is the Janani of the entire Vishwa, Abhyugamyate, is inferred. ये विश्व जननी शक्ति जिनका है करके अभ्युपगम्यते इन्फर किया जाता है, वह पुरुष कहा असौ. Who is that by? Who is that ईश्वरः? कहा असौ देवः यस्य इयं विश्वजननी शक्ति अभ्युपगम्यते इति अत्र आह. Explained. यह कारणानि इति. By the third and fourth line, यह कारणानि, that Dyotanavan Deva is being explained, whose Shakti is said to be the Janani of the entire Vishwa. What is it? Yaha Karanani Nikhilani Tani. That Lord who manages all the Karanas. Nikhilani. Why Nikhilani? Purvoktani. What Purvoktani? Kala Atma Yuktani. Kala is the first one, Atma is the last one. Therefore, Kala Atma Bhyam Yuktani. Karanani means Kala Purusha Sanyuktani Swabhava Adini. So Kalaha Swabhavaha Niyatihi Yadrucha Bhutani Yoni Purusha is 7, which are the Karanas of the Jagat. About them, the relation with the Purusha is said here. What is it? Ki Kala Swabhava iti mantroktani adhitishtati. This is the only word to catch. He is the one, adhitishtati means what? Niyamayati. He is the one who does the niyamanam of these 7 karanas, which are expression of the Prakriti. Subsequently, they become the karana of the Jagat. So the Jagat is the karyam, the 7 things are the karanam, then further the Prakriti is the karanam, and the Paramatma is the one who is adhitishtati, adhisthana, for all those 7 karanas, which create the Jagat outside. So iti mantra uktani adhitishtati niyamayati, and he is ekaha and advitiyaha. Adhitishtati ekaha, last note, then ekam is advitiya. There are not 2 paramatmas like that. जो अधिष्ठाता बन रहे हैं इन सारे काल स्वभाव आदि को, जो माया के एक्सप्रेशन है, जिनसे जगत बन रहा, is one only. And that word, luckily we have said in the introduction only, adhitishtati means he just stays supervising. In his presence, without even in an order, things just happen. Please, इस संभावना को आप याद रखना. अगेन एंड अगेन आई एम सेइंग, सूर्य भगवान का लाइट रोशनी में बाकी कमल खिलता है सब. ही इज नॉट खिला रहा है. ही इज नॉट डूइंग दैट ब्लॉसमिंग ऑफ द फ्लावर. ही इज देयर. In the presence of electricity, the bulb is glowing. Electricity is not a karta that वो जाके धक्का देकर अब तू वो फिलामेंट मैं आया हूँ अभी तक तुम वेट कर रहे हो, अब ग्लो करो. He will not say like that. He is there in his presence, it happens, that's it. That is the meaning of Aditishtati and Eka. So the Paramatma is one Adhisthana behind these seven Karanas, which are expression of the Maya, Prakriti, Atma, Shakti, again which becomes the cause for the effect of the entire Jagat. जगत रूपी कार्य या इफेक्ट के लिए कारण रूपी ये जो कालात्म इत्यादि है वो और उनके साथ उनका कारण प्रकृति है, इन सब का भगवान अधिष्ठाता है, एक है ये, है ना. अधितिष्ठति नियमयति एकः अद्वितीयः परमात्मा तस्य शक्तिम कारणम अपश्यन् इति वाक्यार्थः. Of that Paramatma's that Shakti they have understood, they have visualized. So Jagat is Karyam, these seven are the cause. But these seven also not independent, they are all from the Maya, Prakriti. And that's not independent, oh Bhagavan. And Bhagavan doesn't do anything with them. It is only his presence that things happen. This is how the whole Srishti is happening. कारणत्व आपादन करते ही जीव भाव आ जाता है, ये थोड़ा हम डिस्कस करेंगे लिटिल लेटर. नो there is second, third, fourth meaning given for this Atma Shakti Shabda, Deva Atma Shakti Shabda. So, Athava Deva Atma Shaktim, Deva Atmana Ishwar Rupena Avasthitam Shaktim Tatacha. That Shakti and Ishwara are not separate. ईश्वर ही शक्ति है. पहले क्या था? ईश्वर का शक्ति. Devasya, the Shashti Tatpurusha was used in explaining in that first model of explanation. Devasya Atma Shakti. Here, Shashti Vibhakti is not used. Deva Atma Shakti means कि देव आत्मना ईश्वर रूपेण, ईश्वर ही शक्ति है यहाँ, ईश्वर का नहीं, ईश्वर ही वाला. And for that there are quotations that are given. Like that, three ways that Deva Atma Shakti is explained. Devasya Atma Shakti, Deva Eva Atma Shakti, Deva and Atma and Shakti, three separate. In that way, three things are explained. One we have seen, second we will see. Main thing we have to catch is what? The world is not independent. Anna, it is projected. Second is, Paramatma is not Swataha Karanam. Third, he is made Karana by his own Maya Shakti. That Maya cannot work independent. It's not Swatantra in his presence. Very typical, थोड़ा सा mind boggling, mind blowing होता है. But one day it will click to us. The sigh of relief we get when this point gets understood, you know. मजा आता है. उसके बाद क्या होता है ना, हम कुछ करने को नहीं रहता, because I am that self, in my presence things are happening. I'm not influenced by them, I need not react. That state of realization is like this. Everything is happening like it's in the samashti, so to the veshti. But I am untouched, yaar. Like when I realize myself to be the drashta of the movie on the TV screen. Everything is happening, but I know I am not touched at all by them. I am not touched at all. सब हो रहा है लेकिन मैं touched नहीं हूँ. That is moksha. ध्यान रख, जितने भी सिनेमा होने दो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है. We will see this second portion in detail tomorrow. In that way, this mantra has sufficient amount of pondering, discussion, inquiry. कर लो. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Paravarshibhyo Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Namaha Tatsad Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you.